Yeah, it's a full-time job with no benefits. Too many ego, too many fits. Count money with a side of stress.
Hey, what up, y'all? It's your boy Still Khalil, back with another video. Today we got Carmen JC with the cruise ship Ghetto Chaos Exposed. Listen, I haven't did a video about black fatigue yet, and I think this might be the first time we touch on that subject. I think that's what's going on here, I believe, if I can use my context clues properly. Once again, shout out to all the Khalillionaires, what I call my twins and the friends that's locked in. If you're not yet a Khalillionaire, all you gotta do is hit the like, share, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We are on the ride to 1K, so like, share, and subscribe today, man. Let's get to the video.
Cruise ships continue to experience lots of fights flowing over into the year 2025. However, here's the solutions on how to cut down fighting on cruise ships by 90%.
Ever since the pandemic, there's been a rise in people hopping on cruise ships, especially Carnival cruises. And because Carnival is especially affordable, you already know what kind of crowd that's going to attract. Now, for context, when I say affordable, I mean cheap. A family of 4 can take a cruise on the Carnival for as little as $1,000 to $1,200 total. That's lodging, food, and all you can eat drink foolishness on the open sea. It's practically a stimulus check vacation, and you could tell by the behavior on board. To put this in perspective, Carnival cruises are basically the Spirit airline of the ocean. And we all know how dysfunctional people act on Spirit, specifically Black people. It's always the same crowd, the same mindset, which leads to the same outcome. The only difference is now it's floating. So because these cruises are so cheap and they pack thousands of people on board with discount prices, what type of behavior do you think you're going to get? And to be honest, I really do feel bad for the white families that are on these ships because I know it's not them behaving like this. I know Carnival was probably trying to attract Black and white families who couldn't afford the luxury cruise line, so they tried to market to lower income families. But anytime you try to help lower income Americans, that includes lower income Black people, which unfortunately means you also have to deal with lower income Black behavior. And let's be honest, it's not attracting peaceful families looking for ocean views.
There are also lower income white behaviors and lower income other race behaviors as well. Before we start getting too deep in this, I don't want nobody to think that I'm, on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let her talk, but that has to be addressed too. I do feel what she's saying. I'm aware of what's going on with the lower income people of all shades of colors. You know what I'm saying? By the way, I'm just coming out of that. I'm like lower middle class, what they call now. So basically, I don't even exist. They're trying to wipe us out. But anyway.
And quiet getaways. It's attracting the exact opposite. Black people who treat the ship and the deck like it is a backyard cookout. And you know what? A lot of people probably do go on these cruises just trying to have fun, and that's fine. However, the problem is alcohol, and more importantly, a complete lack of self-control. People don't know how to drink like adults. They don't know how to act in public, and they don't have any regard for anyone around them. The screaming, the fighting, the twerking next to toddlers is not just embarrassing. It is dangerous. You're in the middle of the ocean and you're turning the boat into a...
Twerking next to toddlers? Y'all out here twerking next to toddlers? And y'all want us to think that that's okay behavior? No, okay now. She might have a little point on this time. I ain't gonna say too much. If y'all out here twerking on toddlers, y'all need to be stopped immediately. Whatever by any means. You know what I'm saying?
Circus. You're disrupting other people who pay their money to be there. It is absolutely disgusting. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I am Carmen JC. Make sure you guys hit the like button and let's get into this hot ghetto mess. Let's get into it. Like I said earlier, Carnival Cruise is basically Spirit Airlines on water. And when you price your tickets that low, you're not just opening the door for budgeted travelers, you're inviting dysfunction. Cheap cruises equal cheap behavior, period. Let's stop pretending like we don't see what's happening. The truth is, too many people in the Black community don't know how to behave in large groups. And I'm not going to sugarcoat that just to be politically correct. We can say it's the system, we can blame poverty, we can throw every excuse in the book at it. However, at the end of the day, it's behavior. And behavior is a choice. Because let's be honest, when it's a holiday weekend, a block party, or a family function in a Black community, there's always a chance somebody getting shot, jumped, arrested. There's going to be some type of trauma. And that's not me hating on Black people. That's me telling it how it is. So I'm not surprised when the same behavior shows up at the airport.
It ain't always now. Sometimes we have a great time. Sometimes be out there at the juke joint, you know what I'm saying, shucking and jiving real nice, like real cool jive turkeys, you know what I'm saying? Not all. I don't know what the fuck. Hey man, it's not always bad just because you're in a bad income place. I believe that's a stigma that goes around because of the fact that, you know, it does happen quite often, you know what I'm saying, more often than we would like. But I don't want to say every time. I'm not going to say that. We're not going to do that over here. Over here, we're going to say that, you know, it's a small percentage that just gets maximized a lot of times. It's always reported on that way. But the truth of the matter is, it's a nice place to be sometimes. What I'm going to say is, never mind.
Or the cruise terminal or at Walmart, because this is what happened every day in the Black community. When dysfunction gets normalized, it follows you, and even on vacation. In fact, let's take it a step further. As soon as something becomes trendy with Black folks, it turns into a disaster. I don't care if it's Lululemon or Carnival Cruises. The moment it gets hot in the culture, Houston, we have a problem. But here's the hard truth. It's not just Black people as a whole. It is a certain group of people within the culture who consistently ruin everything they touch. They bring chaos, they bring drama, and then they cry victim when it all falls apart. Now I want to show you a brawl that broke out at the Atlanta airport on Spirit Airlines terminal back in February of this year. And listen, I'm not saying that these are the same people who are showing up at the acting wild on the Carnival cruises, but let's just say they're cousins. Now, the reason for this brawl is unclear, and not surprisingly, nobody was apprehended. But what's being said is that someone cut someone in line, or they said something slick, and two different groups of people, Black people, started going at it. Next thing you know, we have complete chaos. Let's go ahead and take a look at the clip. Take a listen. This behavior is absolutely disgusting, but
old nigga is yelling, y'all got kids over there, because back in the day, when they was fighting, it's not like they ain't always been shit like this going on type shit, you know what I'm saying? But it's changed over the years. So the old nigga is yelling, y'all got kids over there, y'all got kids, because he's trying to get y'all to see that it's danger. You know, y'all putting other people's lives, little lives, that don't got nothing to do with this, in danger. And usually back in the day, that would make people like be like, oh man, let's bring it out here to the outside or something, or like they'll stop and like try to work out their differences to teach the kids, you know, right from wrong. But the new adults, I don't know if we adulting the right way. Like me, I can't say nothing. I'm adulting wrong too. I'm always laughing and joking about stuff. I'm supposed to be serious. My daughters, you know what I'm saying? They be doing the wrong thing. Sometimes I laugh because it is funny. But I do tell them afterwards, that's not good. You shouldn't do that. Don't stand up there like that. You know what I mean? But sometimes I'm not good at adulting either. So I'm not putting it all on out. It's us. We're a community. We it takes a village. You know what I'm saying? Look.
Still not shocking, because this is what happens when there's no self-respect, no impulse control, and no accountability. This is learned behavior, not to mention this is culturally tolerated behavior, and it shows. And before anyone jumps in my comments with the same tired excuse, this happens in every community, no, it doesn't. Not like this, not at this volume, not at this frequency, and definitely not with this level of public shame on display. We've allowed dysfunction to become culture, and now we can't even enjoy a vacation without it turning into a boxing ring. Nonetheless, when you sell cheap tickets, you get cheap results. Spirit Airlines have cheap tickets, and you see the...
Speaking of that, that's why from now on I gotta go up on all my prices across all the businesses that I do. So yeah, if y'all enjoyed me coming out to free things and stuff, like I got a show I'm doing for free. I'm saying July 16th, so make sure y'all show up. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be the last thing I do for free, because everything I do gotta go up. The price gotta go up, because I'm doing numbers way bigger than a lot of people that's getting a lot more money than me, and that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep it 100. It's not fair. Y'all not supposed to get this much money if I can't get this much money, and y'all don't even bring this many eyes to anything. You know what I'm saying? I got the numbers. I do it. I do them all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Not always over here. So like, share, subscribe, so we can keep building up this tribe. But everywhere else I go, man, people, it's always eyes. All eyes on me. You know what I'm saying?
Dysfunctioning happening around their airlines all the time. And now it's Carnival experiencing the exact same thing. That's what happened when you go for quantity over quality. You get a boat full of dysfunctional clearance rack behavior. Let's take a look at this clip from Galveston. It's literally the same culprits, same behavior, no valid reason in sight, but we'll go ahead and take a look at it anyways. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
24 people are now banned from sailing with Carnival Cruise Line after getting into a fight. The video from Saturday appears to show a group of people, you see them here, shoving each other while disembarking a ship inside of a terminal in Galveston. You can see people being pushed to the ground. In a statement to NBC News, Carnival says this happened in an area under the authority of U.S. Customs and Border Patrol and has been turned over to law enforcement.
What do y'all be fighting for on vacation? Like for me, whenever I go on vacation, I just be thinking about the most peaceful things. Like, I'm free from my work. I don't have to clock in. I don't have to worry about nothing like that. I don't got to do no Instacart and make no extra money on the side. I don't got, you know what I'm saying? Every time I'm going on vacation, I'm just peaceful because I'm like, nah, I don't got to worry about this. Ain't no people I know that's going to randomly walk up on me and be like, hey, man, remember that shit we was talking about last time? Let me bore you with this, you know what I'm saying, related conversation that don't have nothing to do with you, that don't matter to you because it's not getting you no money or nothing helping you in life. You know what I'm saying? Let me just waste your time. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to worry about that. So now I get to be free. So anything that happens, if you get the wrong thing, you give me the wrong drink, it's okay, baby. Just go on, saying, give it. I do want the right thing now. I am going to send it back. But I'm not going to be very upset about it. I'm not going to yell at the waiter or nothing. I'm just going to kindly say I didn't ask for that. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So that's just me. And I'm angry all the time. I'm very angry. I get angry a lot of times about nothing. Y'all see when I get talking these videos, I be angry about stupid stuff. So, but when I'm on vacation, I'm very peaceful, calm. I don't think I would ever get into the fight for no reason on a cruise ship. That's all I'm saying. It feels like cruise ship should be something that you just chilling on, not having a whole bunch of hostility towards each other. You know what I'm saying? When everybody's trying to chill. That's all I'm saying. I don't know.
And just like the previous clip, they have no shame that children are around. They don't care who's watching. They don't care that it's a cruise terminal. They don't care that people spend their hard-earned money to go on vacation. All they care about is getting whoever said the wrong thing right then and there. And that right there explains exactly why the prisons are filled with black men. Because when you act on emotion and no discipline, no foresight, it's only a matter of time before the police, the judge, or the coroner gets involved. And if you still think this is just a one-off isolated incident, let me show you one more example. The next one took place on the Carnival Sunrise out in the Bahamas. Another cruise, another group of people with no self-control, another vacation ruined because people don't know how to act or flat out refuse to behave properly. Let's go ahead and take a look. Once again, it's embarrassing. The same script, different setting, and the only thing that's consistent is the behavior. And the group of people that are actually indulgent in this. And the fact that the black community doesn't just tolerate it, it actually defends it.
Now, first of all, we ain't gonna say this is just selective black. So I'm saying it feel like she wasn't invited to a lot of parties or something back in the day, so she got like a very disdain for the black group out, and I did too. That's why I can notice it. I can see when it happens because I was the same little way till I got invited out and I seen it was all cool. Sometimes, you know, they still be shooting up a lot of places now, but sometimes it's all right. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think she experienced the all right part. I think she might didn't get invited to a couple of them, and then somebody got shot, or you know what I'm saying, somebody, you know what I'm saying, pew-pewed. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, YouTube don't. I don't even know if they're gonna monetize my ass the way I be talking. So anyway, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna like, share, subscribe, join the tribe, because we still on the ride. All right.
It's exactly why our community is in steep decline. So with the rise of crime.
Oh yeah, what I was about to say is white people do a lot of crazy stuff on vacations as well. That's why sometimes I got some white friends now, and I love y'all dearly. But I don't be going on vacation with them a lot because they be doing some stuff that like I can't really get away with. Like you know what I'm saying? We can't be outside skinny dipping, you know what I'm saying? Me, personally, I'm a black man. That's what they see me as. And they just gonna be like, get them, get them on the ground. I don't want to be tackled while I'm ass naked by a bunch of men. That's not really on my bucket list. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, certain things that the white community does, it's just like, I see y'all can get away with it. I'm not hating. But stop inviting me to these certain things when you just going to use me as the fall guy to take, the rap for everything because y'all not going to go to jail. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
People going on cruise ships. The FBI now has to investigate cruise ship crime weekly. That's where we're at. The violence, the brawls, the chaos. It got so bad, federal agents are now monitoring cruise ships on a regular basis. Let's take a listen to what the FBI had to say, because when law enforcement has to babysit a vacation boat, that's a reflection of how the culture have fallen. Let's take a listen.
Since the pandemic, cruise travel out of Galveston has dramatically increased. Data from the port shows the last 2 years have been the busiest on record, with this year expected to be even busier as a fourth terminal opens.
As they're floating cities.
Might seem like there's no rules.
If something happens that's illegal, you're going to meet the FBI at your port when you get back.
Senior Supervisory Resident Agent Don Gay leads the FBI's Texas City office, now with a dedicated special agent focused on cruise crimes.
So now that we know this information, are we still going to be out here fighting on cruise ships? Because he just said you get in trouble on a cruise ship, you got to deal with the FBI. Now, we know the FBI got a 90-something% conviction rate. So I don't think we want to deal with them like that, do we? Like, is there something that we want to stay away from, like as a community, as a whole? I don't think we all want to be, investigated by the FBI, because then they're going to have a RICO for the whole black community. I don't think y'all see what's going on. I don't think y'all see what's happening. The CIA is at it once again. And I'm just going to keep on reminding y'all of that. Because they doing their job very well. Especially if y'all fighting with me talking about the CIA don't exist and shit. What the fuck?
Most often we see an overindulgence of alcohol on the ships.
He estimates that's a factor 80% of the time, leading to federal criminal investigations most often for sexual assault and assaults that cause serious injury. The FBI also looks into suspicious deaths on board, missing persons, and high-value thefts, all with time being critical.
Very small.
So because of all this, Carnival has completely changed the way it operates. They've rewritten their guest conduct policies, restricted alcohol, and changed how their rewards program works. But the most noticeable shift is in the atmosphere. Now, to be clear, Carnival never said that they banned rap music. What they did do was ban Bluetooth speakers so people can't just blast whatever they want. And instead of rowdy anything go club nights, they've started creating more theme nights, like maybe
anybody mad about them not letting y'all blast music on the goddamn boombox and shit? Y'all don't think about other people at all. Like I'm autistic. I have autism and ADHD. I have sensory overload issues. You cannot just do that. You can't be walking around with a bunch of people blasting different songs. Because first of all, I do like music. I like all these songs. So I might like this song, and that song. I'm hearing all the songs I like at one time. Now I hate all of them. Now you've ruined my life, because now I have to go home and not listen to my favorite songs because they have all been crammed into my brain at once, and I sensorily overloaded my body with all this stuff, and now I don't even enjoy music, period. It was one time I was out and that was happening, a bunch of niggas was blasting a bunch of music. I didn't make a beat for like 2 weeks. If y'all know me, that's bad. I make like 5 beats a day, so not making a beat for 2 weeks, that's very, very bad for me. So y'all gonna keep going.
like country night or whatever. More control for less chaos. And honestly, I wouldn't be mad if they did stop playing rap music, because let's be real, black people do not know how to act when it comes on. The volume goes up, the attitude shift.
See what I'm saying? She a hater, bro. She a hater on the black community. They ain't even invite her to too many things. It's not the black community that's the problem. It's these niggas. You know what I'm saying? That we got to keep it real. The black community not... So, and it's funny because it's actually the opposite, but we're not going to get into that. It's too much. It's too deep. That's what people be saying I'm stupid, but I'm way too advanced. You know what I'm saying? Top smart. You know what I'm saying?
And fighting just follows. That is not racism. That is a reality. This is not about race. This is about behavior, because when a white couple admitted on TikTok that they smuggled alcohol on board, I am not kidding, Carnival banned them for life.
this brings me to the point of why the fuck do we gotta record everything once again? Now y'all could have got away with this. It's a lot of times everybody could get away with the things y'all are doing. I'm not saying don't do the wrong thing. I'm saying why y'all doing it and then documenting this and then acting like you don't understand what's going on when it go down. They didn't have to film this. They didn't have to post it on TikTok. We want to be famous for everything so bad. We want everything to go viral. Every moment of our life is content. That's why people be mad at me because I do not post all the time on my social media. They be like, you should post when you're with your friends and when you're out doing things and when you're at the club. And no, I don't want to be holding up a camera every time I'm having fun. That's not fun to me. I want to enjoy my time. That's why I do this. I'd rather be on camera when it's time to work than when I'm out having fun, I can enjoy my life. I don't got to do all this. If I do want to snap a pic, I can, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not obligated to do that. Nobody's expecting me to do this every day of my life. So I don't have to do this type of shit and get banned from a cruise ship for life. Because I had to document myself bringing on some illegal substances to the cruise ship now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not... Buddy don't need no more alcohol, man. He got the beer belly, the gut, the everything. He got the wine belly. He got the love handles. He done been loved too much. We just need him to stop drinking. That's just gonna be his first step. So if y'all out here and you do want to learn how to lose weight, listen, I'm gonna do my real voice for y'all. If you want to learn how to lose weight, seriously, the first step you're gonna have to do is get up off that dope.
They weren't caught. They just said it and that was enough. So no, this isn't a discrimination. The rules apply to everyone. The difference is the behavior that keeps forcing these policy changes is coming from the Black community on these ships. And instead of holding accountability for that, we defend it. That's the real embarrassment. This is what happens when we don't take care of good things. We take something that used to mean luxury and escape and let dysfunction drag it through the mud. And honestly, I'm starting to think that these aren't just random incidents. I'm starting to think that this looks like a pattern because the same energy you see on Carnival cruise ships, you see on Spirit Airlines, you see at Walmart, is the same behavior because Target would never, okay?
Now we gonna have to stop this video. We already know what type of time she on. You stand in Target at a time like this? No, Target might never. But that's not something I'll be saying right now. Like, it's a lot of individuals, you know what I'm saying? P did it. He made some great music. I don't know if y'all understand this. And R. Kelly, he made some great music. But we not out here talking about how good all this stuff is right now because we know what time it is. The climate of like, no, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not going to finish the rest of the video. If y'all want to watch the rest of the video, like I always do, I'll put the link to her video in the description. You can check it out for yourself. Shout out to Carmen JC for making content. It's all jokes at the end of the day. Don't take no offense about anything I say. I love y'all, by the way. It's all shout out to the Caligionaires, what I call my twins and the friends that's locked in, man. I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Once again, road to 1K. So like, share, and subscribe today. Let's get it. Okay.